Alright, we are at set C, and this video clip will be from question 1 onwards. Alright, just make sure set E is with you. Alright, question number 1, with 15 meters, I convert this into 1500 centimeters because of the centimeters here. So what happens is you give away, and with this 1500 I'm going to minus away 30 cm. And what happens is that with this 30 cm, she also cut 2y away and give it to somebody else. The remaining one, she actually sold 7 similar dresses, and you're interested in only one dress. So when you divide this by 7 dresses, you will be able to find 1. Alright, now the thing about algebra is you will need to simplify it. So those that can be simplified, you simplify. Okay, whole numbers 1005 and 30, I'm sorry, will give you 1470 minus 2y. 2y remains because there's an algebra inside, you cannot subtract from it, over 7. Alright, so because it's a word problems, anything with word problems, we will bracket it up, and you get your answer as this. Question number 2. So you have got a side of 4 centimeters. So with 4 centimeters, you know that the volume will be 4 by 4 by 4, right? So the volume will be 4 times 4 times 4, which is 64. Now that's only for one cube, but because they are all together 8 cubes, so 64 times 8 will give you 512 cubic centimeters. This is for question number 2. Now we move on to question number 3. Question number 3 is about bar graph. So as usual, when we see a bar graph, we will want to make sure the numbers that we write are correct first. Okay, when I looked through your PSLE homework, I discovered that some of you in the line graph questions, you were not able to get the correct answer because your line graph reading was wrong in the first place. So see how important the reading is, okay, in getting the numbers. So these are all the numbers. Check, make sure it's correct. So those people who purchase more than 2 tickets will be people who purchase 3, people who purchase 4, people who purchase 5. So 45 plus 15 plus 15 gives you a total of 75. So the answer will be 75 children. Question number 4. Now this is about a group of girls who shared some sweets among themselves. So if each girl takes 11 sweets, the last girl will end up with 16. So the story is something like this. You have the first scenario. The first scenario is if each girl takes 11, 11, 11, 11, and so on. The last girl will end up taking 16. Okay, now the second scenario is this. If you divide, each person gets lesser 8 plus 8 plus 8 and so on, the last person will be getting 32. Okay, so if you look at the two scenarios, there's actually a difference of how many sweets. Each girl is taking 3 extra sweets in the first scenario. In the second scenario, each girl is only taking 8 sweets. So can you see that when I draw out this table, I am able to see that between the two scenarios, there's a difference of 3 sweets. So every girl is now taking 3 sweets lesser, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 lesser. Okay, and because of this difference, it causes the second scenario's last girl to get 32, the last girl here to get only 16. So isn't it what we always do, right? We take the difference also, which in this case will be 24. We try to take the difference, divide by the difference, right, which is 24, divide by the difference of 3, we will know that there are altogether 8 girls. Okay, so with that, knowing that there's 8 girls, we just need to plug into any scenario. 8 times 11. Okay, I'm using the first scenario. 8 girls times 11. Okay, this is 8 girls times 11. Plus the last girl who is going to get 16. I know there's a total of 104 sweets. Alright, so what happens in scenario question like this is, if I have two different scenarios, if each girl takes 11, if each girl takes 8, write out the two scenarios and be able to know that we are actually trying to test you difference divide by difference. Okay, so that's for question number 4. Now the last question for this clip, question number 5. Jamie takes 6 days. So we have again Jamie and you have got a sister. Now one house, this person takes 6 days. Whereas for the sister, one house, the person is actually taking 10 days. Now from this table, you will know that the sister obviously takes a shorter time. The sister is taking a longer time to paint the house. Alright, so as always, we like to find out unitary. For example, in one day, how much is Jamie actually painting? It's only 1/6 of the house. In one day, she can only paint 1/6. In one day, the sister is worse, can only paint 1/10 of the house. So if they are going to paint together in one day, if they paint together, what happens? Jamie will paint 1/6, sister will paint 1/10 all together. So when we add up, because it's paper 2, we are able to get fractions out easily, 4/15. Alright, so they are asking not just for 1 day, but they're asking for 3 days. So 3 days, it will be 4/15 times 3. Same thing with your calculator, 4/5 is the answer. Alright, so with that, I end this clip for question 1 to 5.